If you guys are looking to be able to get more one-on-one help with either a live stream or a coaching session, be sure you check out MeisterMadden.com. Enjoy the rest of this video. What's up, YouTube? It's Team Meister bringing you guys a Madden 19. This is the third time I've recorded it because everything's going wrong. So 4-3, we're going to be working and show you guys how to stop the run with manning up your safeties. Now, this is what I personally like to do. What I've seen most effective is I run a cover 2 when I'm going to be doing this particular adjustment. You can do this out of a 4-3, you can do this out of nickel normal, nickel 3-3-5, nickel, literally anything, even big nickel and dollar. So we're going to start out in 4-3 normal. We're going to work our way through dive, stretch, power, etc., etc. So here, for example, they have 2 tight ends on one side, and they have 1 tight end on another with the lone receiver on that same side. So I'm going to man my safeties up to the tight ends. So double tap Y, Y, up on the right stick, and Y. Now the reason I don't want to cross, you can cross man if you're expecting a pass, like a drags, for example. You could cross man to help prevent that, but I'm just going to keep it simple. Now we're going to double tap Y, A, up on the right stick, A. And what this is going to do, instead, if you were to leave them in a deep half, they're going to keep dropping back until the ball is handed off to the running back. Instead, when we man them up, they're going to immediately come down to the box before the ball is even handed off. As soon as it's snapped, they're going to come into the box, and you'll see what I'm talking about right now. You can see this is kind of like a run commit is what it's looking like. Now, if we were to leave them in a deep half, no adjustments behind it, you'll notice a huge difference. Now, this isn't exactly how I would set it up, but you can see it. That's a significantly bigger gain. Instead of about 3 or 4 yards, that's a gain of about 10. Now, this is how I would do it in this kind of formation. In an I form, in a weak and strong don't really ran too much. It's going to be different, as well as one other formation where there's 3 tight ends on one side of the field. Let's see if I can find a wing pair. There's a stretch play in this that's actually pretty good because you have 3 tight ends to one side, so it's heavily stacked to that side. So here's what I would do in this particular situation. Again, we're still manning up our safety. So double tap Y, A, up on the right stick. And this time I'll probably man him up to B just to allow him to get to the outside edge a little bit better. And then we're going to double tap Y again, Y, up on the right stick. And you can man him up to RB or A. I strongly suggest not manning your safeties up to a running back, as it doesn't seem to work nearly as effective. So we're going to go ahead and let this run. You'll see, again, it's kind of like a run commit right here. And then you're just going to contain, and you can see a loss of yard. Now, they're going to be coming out with patch here soon to get rid of that fall forward animation every single time. So we're not going to have to put up with that much longer. So I'll show you guys one last time. Double tap Y, A, up on the right stick, B, Y, A, up on the right stick, RB. You can man them up to A as well. Either or in this particular situation. Again, it's going to vary depending on the set. Go ahead and let them snap the ball. We're going to help contain the outside edge, and that fall forward animation is the only thing that's really going to hurt you. So this is how I'd work in like a 3 tight end set. Now, I form is going to be different, and we're going to go ahead and get right into that. So right now we're working in a power run. So usually in an I form, I like to baseline and press, but the same concept applies here. Now, the manning up is going to be different because what they can run in I form are post routes. So I like to cross man my safeties in this situation. So we're going to go double tap Y, Y, up on the right stick, B. Same thing on the opposite side, double tap Y, A, up on the right stick, X. Now, again, you can move your safeties over to that side of the field if you want to. The only thing with that, it gives it away that you're cross manning them, and they could potentially bomb you over the top. Now, if you're worried about that, you could always put your claw plots into outside quarters. But if you do that, that takes them out of the run game completely. So just keep that in mind. It's kind of a give and take. If they do bomb you, then keep that in mind for next time. But for now, we're going to go ahead and let this power run work. And you can see the safeties are coming into the box immediately. This is just showing you guys different ways that you can take advantage of manning your safeties up to get them immediately into the run game, instead of what people do, which I still to this day don't understand why, but they move their safeties in a cover 2, a stock cover 2, they move them down to the box expecting them to play the run when they have no run fits. That's literally doing nothing but wasting your time on defense, because you'll see snap the ball, they're going to drop back, and by that point they've dropped back like 5, 6, sometimes even 10 yards, depending on how fast your safeties are. So instead, by manning them up, you can man them up. Let's go and cross man this time. We're going to move them into the box. This time it actually serves a purpose, and you'll see how much quicker they get there. And you can see it's practically run commit, and without that fall forward animation, that's a stop right at the line of scrimmage, if not a loss for a yard. Shotgun can be a little different. Shotgun's probably the most tricky one to figure out. We're gonna go back into cover 2. Trips can be hard to stop, especially when they put blocking aggressive. But for an inside zone, here's how I would attack somebody that's spamming inside zone. I would never baseline first off. We're gonna go ahead and man our safeties up to one of the wide receivers. So we're gonna go ahead and man up Y to B, double tap Y, A up on the right stick. Now you can man him up to anybody on the field. I'm gonna go ahead and man him up to a tight end. Now here's one thing you can also do in a trips. You can double tap RB, X up on the right stick, and I would man him up to Y or B. Either one is fine. That's just to get him in the run game as quickly as possible. So yeah, this is kind of how I'd attack. Again, it's going to vary depending on what your opponent is doing and how good of blocks they're getting. But if you don't man your safeties up, and it's not a cover 3, it's not a cover 4, they're just going to keep dropping until it's too late, and they're so far out of the run game that they are not going to assist you whatsoever, and more likely it's going to break for a first down. One final thing before I end this video, please keep in mind that yes, this has a lot of risks attached to it. Your opponent could also do a play action and then bomb you over the top, or you were wrong in your adjustments, which is okay because that comes with time, and they actually end up throwing the ball instead. So this just comes with a lot of practice like anything else in this world. If you want to get good at it, you got to practice it. You got to get into games, and no, not many people enjoy Madden 19, but you have to get into games. You just got to get the repetitions down, and your run game will improve significantly. Even just with this one video, your run game will improve just right after watching this. So if you guys are new, be sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like. It lets me know that I need to keep doing these tip videos, and it also gives it a chance for others to view it as well. So until next time, get in the lab. This has been T-Meister. See ya.